So right now, guys, as you guys can see clearly that Bitcoin is in fact pumping to $27,000. Now, a couple hours ago, around 2 hours ago, we actually saw Bitcoin touch $27,000. Okay, it went up to $27,100. Okay, and it did in fact drop back down to $26,000. Okay, but right now, guys, as you guys can see, Bitcoin is in fact bouncing back up right now to $27,000. Okay, so since Bitcoin is in fact pumping, okay, and I've been telling us many times that Bitcoin will eventually pump up. Okay, if we saw Bitcoin pass this resistance line, which is now a support level, but I told you guys, a couple days ago, even last week, right, when Bitcoin was all the way down here. Okay, if Bitcoin ever passed this resistance line, we saw Bitcoin pump up above $25,000, which it did. Okay, clearly, you guys can clearly see that. Okay, we're gonna see Bitcoin pump up to $28,000 to even $30,000, and look what Bitcoin is doing right now. Okay, so since Bitcoin is in fact pumping like crazy right now, okay, is it possible to see Bitcoin at 30K? Is that the next price target? Of course it is, guys. Okay, it really is, right? So yes, guys, Bitcoin is right now pumping to $27,000. Will we see Bitcoin reach 30K? I 100% do see that as a possibility. Okay, and it's been quite some time since we have seen Bitcoin touch $30,000. The last time we seen Bitcoin at 30K was last year in May and June, right? So it's been pretty much almost a year now. Okay, time flies. You guys can clearly see that it's been quite some time. It's literally been almost a year since we've seen Bitcoin at $30,000. But 100%, guys, okay, in the next few weeks maybe, we will in fact see Bitcoin pump to $30,000. 100%. I don't think Bitcoin has the potential here to go back down to somewhere at like $20,000. Okay, that's just personally my opinion. We could. Okay, I could be wrong here. We could potentially see Bitcoin, drop back down to, $20,000, right? But I just highly doubt it, at this point, right? I highly doubt it, guys, because Bitcoin has, in fact, been pumping, for the past few days now, right? You guys can clearly see that, okay? So, this pump pretty much started at the 13th of March, right? Today is, in fact, the 17th. So it's been a couple days now, okay? And you guys can clearly see throughout the days, Bitcoin has in fact been pumping, right? You guys see pump, consolidation, pump, had a little rejection, consolidating a little bit right there. Okay, this was in fact a resistance line. Now it is in fact a support level at $24,000 pretty much. You guys can clearly see that it is a support level, right? Because Bitcoin was in fact hovering at these levels right there. You guys can clearly see that. So this is obviously clearly now a support level, okay? And now we are seeing Bitcoin, having this uptrend, right? So Bitcoin has in fact been pumping for the past few hours, guys. You guys can see that, right? This is in fact a 1 hour time frame for each candle. So you guys can clearly see that Bitcoin has in fact been slowly pumping up. Okay, so right now it's currently at $26,900. And I'm being dead serious, guys. Like, we will eventually see Bitcoin at 30K. I've told you guys this many times. Once Bitcoin breaks, this resistance line, that's what I was saying, right? But it's obviously at support level now. At that time when I was telling you guys, a couple of weeks ago, when Bitcoin breaks this resistance line, above $25,000, it pumps up to 26K, 27K, 28K. We will eventually see Bitcoin at $30,000. Okay, you guys already know that, right? If you guys have in fact been watching my videos, and you guys already know that that was in fact my prediction, and it looks like my prediction so far is right, okay, because Bitcoin right now is in fact in the right path right now to reaching 30K so far. So yes, Bitcoin is pumping, but not just Bitcoin, guys. Other altcoins are in fact pumping today. Okay, it is in fact a green day today. Okay, earlier this morning when I uploaded that video, I uploaded a video a few hours ago, around 10 hours ago, around 11 hours ago, somewhere around there. We were in fact, not really moving. Bitcoin wasn't really moving, okay, and the market really wasn't moving as well earlier this morning. But tonight, guys, you guys can clearly see that big moves are in fact happening, guys. Okay, Bitcoin is pumping over 7%, 7.7% for the past 24 hours. You guys can clearly see that. absolutely amazing to see for Bitcoin. For the past week, guys, check this out. For the past 7 days, for the past week, pretty much, Bitcoin has pumped up over 34%, 34.1%. Absolutely amazing to see, guys. Okay. And that's what I've been telling guys. Bitcoin has, in fact, been pumping for the past like few days. You guys can clearly see that, right? So, I've been telling guys many times, even when Bitcoin was all the way down here at $20,000, I've been telling guys to buy. We are still in the accumulation stage. Do I still think, you guys should be buying now, even though Bitcoin has in fact been pumping? I do. I really do. You guys have to understand we're still in a bear market, okay? And if we really zoom out, if I go to the weekly time frame here for Bitcoin, you guys can clearly see that we're still down, okay, a fair bit from Bitcoin's previous all-time highs. Right now, it's breaking out. You guys can obviously, clearly see that it's breaking out right now, okay? So you guys understand we're still pretty, far off from its previous all-time high. So I still think this is still a great time to buy some Bitcoin, because we are nowhere near like close to its previous all-time highs, which was almost at $70,000, 69K to be exact, right? So you guys have to understand, it's still a great time right now to buy some Bitcoin, even though yes, it's been pumping, okay? And I know, when an asset is pumping, when the markets are pumping, you shouldn't really be buying, but you guys understand you can never really time the market, okay? You guys have to understand we're still in a bear market. We're still in the accumulation stage. So we should all be at least dollar cost averaging. And I've been telling us that many times. If you guys are in fact, in the crypto space, if you guys are in fact, crypto investors, we all should be at least dollar cost averaging, okay? At least. So Bitcoin is pumping 7.8%. Ethereum is now back above $1,700. We actually saw Ethereum earlier this morning at $1,600. So Ethereum is in fact pumping, okay? For the past 24 hours, it's pumped up 5.3%, so over 5%. For the past week, 7 days, it's pumped up over 25%. So that's great to see for Ethereum. BNB is pumping over 7%. Okay, XRP is pumping 3.6%. Cardano pumping 5.2%. Polygon is pumping 6.4%. Same with Dogecoin pumping over 6%. Okay, Solana is pumping 5.8%. Polkadot pumping 8%. Shiba Inu 4.8%. Right, Litecoin 6.5%. Avalanche 7.4%. Cosmos 4.8%. Chainlink a whopping 8.5%. Great to see Chainlink pumping as well. You guys see a fair few altcoins are in fact pumping. A majority of altcoins for the past 24 hours, even for the past week, for the past 7 days, we are in fact in the greens. You guys can clearly see that, right? Majority of crypto coins, altcoins are in fact in the greens. You guys can clearly see that. So it's looking great for the cryptocurrency market. We are still not in the beginning of the next crypto bull market. You guys understand that, even though yes, for the past few days and weeks and whatnot, Bitcoin and other altcoins in the market have in fact been pumping, and you guys may think that this is the start of the next crypto bull market. Yes, we're heading there, guys. Okay, we are heading there. Don't get me wrong, we are in fact heading there, because potentially we already hit bottom, right? So if I show you guys real quick, this right here. Oops. Let me show you guys right here. Let me just fix this up. So this right here, guys, was potentially Bitcoin's bottom. Okay, it was. And at that time when Bitcoin was all the way down here, guys, Bitcoin was not moving. Bitcoin was stuck at like $16,000. Right, it really was. At one point, it pumped up all the way up to about $17,000, but then it just went back down to 16K. So at this time, Bitcoin at the time, a lot of people were wondering to themselves, why is Bitcoin, not moving, right? Why is Bitcoin not, pumping, or it's not dumping even lower or anything like that, right? Why is Bitcoin just stuck at $16,000? Okay, and guess what, guys? There's going to be days like that where Bitcoin pretty much just consolidates, right? And it doesn't really move. Okay, it happens, right? We're going to get days like that. But this one was different, guys, because it's been a few weeks, right? From the beginning of November to pretty much the beginning of this year in January, we pretty much saw Bitcoin stuck at $16,000, pretty much. So it's been like over 2 months since we saw Bitcoin at 16K straight, right? Bitcoin was not moving for the past 2 months. Crazy, right? And you guys understand, if you just dollar cost averaged at that time right here, you would have been up in profit right now. Okay, you guys have to understand that, obviously, right? You guys clearly see Bitcoin has in fact been pumping, and at that time, I told you guys, okay, to not turn the market to at least dollar cost average into Bitcoin, legit. Okay, you can even look back at my videos. Okay, because at that time, guys, me personally, I was buying Bitcoin, right? I don't know if you guys, have watched my video where, I invested almost $20,000 into Bitcoin, right? $17,500 to be exact into Bitcoin when Bitcoin was at like just below 16K. It was literally at like $15,800 right here. Okay, I literally remember right down here. And this was potentially Bitcoin's bottom. Like, it's rock bottom. Okay, so I got really lucky buying Bitcoin's bottom. You know what I mean? And if you guys don't believe me, check out my video. Okay, it's titled "I'm Going All In on Bitcoin." Just type that up on YouTube and it should pop up. Click on it and you guys will see that I invested $17,500 into Bitcoin when Bitcoin was all the way down here at $15,800, and potentially that was Bitcoin's bottom. And you know what's funny? Okay, in that video when I invested that type of money into Bitcoin at that time, I told you guys that, me investing this type of money into Bitcoin at $15,800 may seem crazy, okay? And I even said myself, this could potentially not be Bitcoin's bottom, because at that time, a lot of people were in fact saying, even myself, right? I was saying, Bitcoin could potentially drop back down to, $12,000, even $10,000, maybe even lower than 10K, right? That was literally all of our predictions. But no, you guys can clearly see the next few weeks, we saw Bitcoin absolutely skyrocket, right? Who remembers in January? Okay, in January, we saw Bitcoin absolutely skyrocket and then just continue up. And then we saw a pretty decent drop back down to $20,000. And then right now, we are in fact seeing Bitcoin pump pretty decently right now. Okay, you guys can clearly see that, right? These massive green candles for the past few days. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin has obviously been pumping for the past few days, which is great to see. And this was in fact Bitcoin's bottom, potentially, right? I don't think Bitcoin has the potential right now to, go back down to this level right here. Okay, I just don't see that happening for Bitcoin, right? I really don't. But do I see Bitcoin at least going back down to 20K? Maybe, potentially, but very unlikely. Okay, that's just personally my opinion. So you guys have to understand, we are right now forming a new pattern, okay? And I've told you guys this many times that the next Bitcoin halving is going to happen in the year 2024, exactly 1 year from now, okay, in the month of March, potentially, right? That's going to be the next halving event for Bitcoin. And once that happens for Bitcoin, right, the Bitcoin halving event happens, we're going to see Bitcoin skyrocket. And of course, other altcoins are going to pump like crazy, right? So that's why I've been telling guys to prepare yourselves. If you guys want to make money with Bitcoin and crypto, you better take this opportunity right now to buy and to accumulate into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency right now, because everything in my eyes is still low, even though yes, it's been pumping and whatnot, but you guys understand we're still, down a lot from its previous all-time highs, right? You guys have to understand that. So right now is obviously a great time to buy some more Bitcoin and crypto and whatnot, right? It's still a great time to start accumulating, okay? It really is. So yeah, guys, Bitcoin is in fact in the right path right now. So we're going to see what happens, right? And just to give you guys a little update on what's happening with the Bitcoin monthly returns. Okay, so you have to see back in January we had a pretty much 40% return, which was a great month. A great beginning of the new year's in 2023, because we saw Bitcoin and crypto pump like crazy. In February, it didn't really move at all. You guys can see that right now in March. Okay, we have pumped 14.6 percent. Right, so far this March alone. Okay, so far this month in March has been a great month for Bitcoin. Okay, and usually March is not a great month for Bitcoin, guys. Okay, you guys can clearly see that throughout the years, but the most previous years, last year we saw Bitcoin pump just 5.4%, nothing too crazy in 2022, but in 2021, you guys can clearly see that, we saw Bitcoin pump 30%, right, just in March. But yeah, you guys see back in 2018. Even 2020, right? 2017, 16, 15, even 14, it was in fact a red month, okay? Especially in 2018, look at that, down over 32%, almost 33%. So yeah, I'm just really surprised that Bitcoin is performing really well so far this month of March. Okay, and so far every month of this year in 2023 has been green. So we're gonna see what happens with April, right? We're gonna see what happens in April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and of course December. Okay, but so far Bitcoin is in fact in the right path right now, okay, to reaching at least $30,000, which is right up here. This is the next target, 30K. So we could potentially see that happen, in the next, I don't know, a few weeks maybe, right? So we're gonna see, of course, I will in fact keep you guys updated. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Have a good one, guys.